Hey Pisces, welcome back to my channel, The Divine Faith. I was looking through my videos and I realized that I hadn't did you guys' January reading yet, which is kind of odd because you guys are normally I don't do it on purpose, but I normally get you guys out of the way, but this time it looks like you're floating towards the back of the pack. I don't think that's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe you don't really have a lot going on, but we'll see. But this reading, even though it is the middle of January, almost to the end, this can be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can always go back to my recent videos and check out the other signs that I have already did. As I mentioned before, I just go where the energy takes me. So, if I don't feel like doing anything for a couple of days, that's my right. Okay, and that's exactly what it will be. So I feel like doing you guys' reading today, and so this is what we got. Now I was walking around trying to get myself together to do you guys' reading, and the romance oracle cards were screaming at me a little bit. So some of you may really be worried about a love situation, or you're just worried about love, period, when it comes to if you're single and maybe you're at a particular point in your life where you feel you have the energy to make room for love and you're ready to put yourself out there, whatever the situation is. So that could be where some of you guys are at, okay? But I am going to take a look. Okay, these cards are ancient. But in the previous reading that I was trying to do for you guys, I was saying that I was getting the image of one of those old rotary phones. I think that's how you say it. The ones that, was on the wall, the 90s babies, which would be me. And even before then, 80s, 70s, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, you got to spin the dial. Okay, but so this, I don't know why I also want to say classic. So some of you may be dealing with someone and they may be really into classic cars, or you may find yourself going to a period now where you're going to be more into classical things, classical literature, classical music, anything that maybe goes back to, who knows, it could be 1800s, could be 1900s, okay? It could be anything during that time. Pluto is moving out of Capricorn after it's been transiting that sign for roughly about 20 years, since 2008. So we are going through the end of an era for everyone, and we're moving on to the next cycle of life. So Pluto is moving into Aquarius, okay? So we know it's moving from cardinal to fixed. Okay, so we know fixed can be a little bit difficult because it can be stuck in its ideals, okay? May not really have a lot of room for criticism, okay, or change. The last time that Pluto was in Aquarius was in 1778, which would have been the year of the American Revolution. But also 2 years prior, the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. So you know the room where all those, was it like 26 signatures? I may be wrong about that, but yeah, all those people signed the Declaration of Independence, which is supposed to be a new start when it comes to the country. But see how it goes. So it will be interesting, let's say that. But I said all that to say that, how I kind of like named off those dates and those time periods. Some of you may really be getting into old school stuff, going back to the past, having this very strong sense of nostalgia, or that is the sense that you are having right now when it pertains to someone or somebody, or something in your life. These two cards fell out. Make the Effort came upright, and then we have True Love. This may be what could be keeping you up at night. The fact that you haven't found your true love, or you're questioning if this person that you're dealing with is your true love. Again, like I said, this person may like classical cars. They may like classical things. They may have somewhat of like a classical aesthetic. But what is it called? You like kind of like Little House on the Prairie. You may see a lot of people kind of stepping into that particular era when it pertains to their aesthetic. Okay, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see when it comes to just the world in general. Okay, but back to what I was talking about. So with the make the effort card here, we have great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And then with the true love, we have this is a once in a lifetime romance. Now, part of me wants to say that whatever this little thing is that you have going on with someone that you keep making the effort with, for you, you may feel it's becoming or it has been a little bit of a nightmare. There has been a lot of effort that has been put into this whole particular relationship, but there probably has been a lot of pain, disappointment, mishaps, whatever you want to call it, or just simply a matter of both of you questioning each other's motives, both of you questioning, do you really care? Do you really love me? So that could be kind of where you're standing right now when it pertains to someone that maybe you've been dealing with for a long or a lengthy period of time. And even though you still want to put in the effort for this particular relationship, that little voice or that little gut instinct is kind of asking you, like, is it really worth it? Anymore. Maybe at some point it was. Yeah, some of you are still trying to put in new love, or excuse me, some of you still trying to put in effort with somebody who you feel like is your true love, even though there's a lot of back and forth energy, and you're kind of like ignoring new love. You're not even open to the possibilities of new love at this time because you are still trying to make something work with somebody who may not even really be giving you any attention. Or, like I said, it simply could just be a manner of, this person is not caring for you in the way that you care for them, but you still want to keep trying. Some of you may need to go watch your I don't think I did Virgo yet, but some of you may need to go watch the Gemini video because I think I talked about that. I'm not sure if I mentioned you guys in the Gemini video because a couple days ago. But yeah, it's kind of giving the same vibe a little bit, different set of cards. So we have forgiving and learning is here as well. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. But see, that's the thing. Some of you, maybe you've been convinced by this person who you think is your true love. Maybe you've been convinced to keep trying in this particular relationship, even though you may, again, have that feeling that it's just time to move on. But maybe some of you, you're still putting in effort because you really just want the closure. You want to know why. Why isn't this working? Why don't you want to get married? Why? And those may be questions that you just aren't going to get an answer to in this lifetime. What the hell can you do about it? Nothing. But the way these cards are, the forgiving and learning, it kind of comes across that, you're putting so much effort in trying to fix this, but it seems very one sided. And that could be where some of you are at in this particular connection. It's very one sided. You are taking on the responsibility to try to fix this, to try to get to common ground. And the other person is just like, they're giving you crumbs and you're taking the crumbs. So, there's that. But let's look at the tarot cards. Pisces, January. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you guys are single, but you're still putting in effort to try to get back together with this particular person. And I'm not saying it's all bad for every single person because everybody's situation is different, but just from what I'm gathering here, some of you, even if you have made the decision to not deal with this person anymore and leave them behind, you still have a lot of negative memories or negative emotions surrounding the failure or the failing of that particular relationship that's hindering you from finding new love. And you may find yourself just coming across people where they just want to have sex with you and you're wondering, why is there no true connection here? Well, you're still wallowing in why something didn't work in your past. So, and people can be mirrors. So it could be they may be mirroring back to you the energy of, well, I'm not really interested in moving on just yet because I still need closure and I still haven't gave up on me and that person. And they could be giving you that right back. And you're wondering, why is it that I can't find anything serious? Well, for some of you, they may be feeling that you just really aren't ready to move on. You're just moving on because you got no choice and the other person moved on. So what can you do? Anyway, Pisces. Okay, yeah, the judgment came up, but it's coming in reverse. So you may be, some of you are still feeling judged by your parents, especially when it pertains to the career path that you chose, or when it pertains to what you decide to go to school for, to study. Seven of Wands, yeah. Like I said, some of you may be moving on, not because you really want to, but it's because this person has made it clear that they're not really interested in trying to fix things up. So you're moving on because they're moving on. So this doesn't really feel like a very amicable split. Doesn't, because again, it goes back to me saying that some of you are still looking for closure. Okay. So I guess don't really turn your nose up in the sky if you're running across people and they kind of are wasting your time a little bit, because you're not completely done yet with the past. You're still considering it. So whenever you stop considering the past, then you'll get some different energy, Anyway, Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. Some of you, I want to say proctor, or like is it like a praxis? Is that for like nursing? So some of you may actually be trying to pass or take some type of exam when it pertains to medical school or nursing or anything like that, where you have to be licensed by the state in order to practice whatever it is. And you're having some difficulty when it comes to passing the test. Some of you are possibly on try number 3, or you just haven't even took the test the first time because you're just so fearful of failing. And some of you Pisces, that may be something that you need to work on getting out of your head, getting out of your system, that nagging energy that you may have gotten from a parent or some sort of mentor that you may have looked up to. They're kind of nagging you in a way of saying you're not allowed to fail, because if you fail, then you're just a terrible person. And that may be something that you have stuck in your mind, which is also making it difficult now when it pertains to relationships, work, or going after things that you want to do. So I would say in the month of January, there may not really be a lot of new energy coming in, because number one, you're kind of pushing out the new energy because you're still trying to figure out what went wrong with the past energy. But number two, this may be a time period where you are just needing to slow down and reflect. Now, some of you may be icing out a Leo, or a Leo is icing you out. And to be more specific, it could be a Mars in Leo, or some of you, there may be a Mars in, or you have Mars in Leo, or there may be a Mars in Leo person that you are kind of stuck in this limbo, or maybe you are interested in, but he's giving no action. He's being, I feel like with him being here, he is being super defensive when he doesn't have to be, because he's already won. So some of you Pisces, during this month of January, you're going to struggle when it comes to just either accepting defeat or just accepting the fact that, hey, you won. You don't have to keep reiterating that you won. And that may also be where some of you Pisces struggle with a little bit as well. You kind of want to reiterate, because maybe for you, you may feel that people always count you out. So now you may feel like, I have to keep reiterating that I'm the winner, I can do this. And it's like, no, you don't have to do that. And that's why I said this is an energy of self-reflection. Some of you, you're doing this when it comes to, you're trying to compete for someone's love, or you're trying to prove that, I'm the better of all of them. So, you may be being a little bit snobbish for some of you, especially if you are dealing with someone and they have to choose between, or they have options. You may be kind of coming at it in terms of like, that is stupid as hell. Like, what the hell? Like, come on. Like, I'm this, I'm that. No, you don't have to give people your resume. They're going to figure it out. Okay. And some of you, you keep giving people your resume. And it's just like, okay, Pisces, we get it. We know you graduated, honors. Okay, that's fine. So, take it down a little bit. Okay, 8 of Wands. So we have travel, we have Sagittarius. Okay, some of you guys, this could even be a family member coming to visit. and we have the Hermit, but it's coming in reverse. Okay, so once you start getting towards maybe the last couple of days of this month, the energy will start to feel much lighter. Okay, I believe Mercury is finishing up its post shadow. Okay, it's out of retrograde, but it's still in post shadow phase. So it may be done soon. I don't have the date in front of me, but yes. So towards the end of the month, the last couple of days, I would say starting around the 28th or the 29th, you're going to start to feel a little bit, lighter. Some of you, maybe you've been catching yourself being a little bit mean in a way towards certain people, feeling like you are just triggered too easily. Okay. Some of you, without a doubt, you're still sleeping with your past, or you're about to start sleeping with your past again. That's that person I talked about right there. But I feel like with the Hermit in reverse, it's just reiterating that this is not going anywhere. It's like one of those things that, even though you possibly have broken up or whatever the situation is, I don't really think anything's really going to change. So you're wasting good bedroom time, that could be for somebody else. Pisces. Okay, we have the Magician, and we have, oh, sweet. So there is some sort of very passionate or very fiery communication coming towards you. For some of you, it could be like I was talking about before, this new love that you keep pushing away. But this really could just represent that you're going to start to feel more inspired. And whatever this thing is that's coming towards you now, or you may be in the thick of it, this very passionate, because I can see the like passion projects or hobbies being started with the Ace of Wands, because that's all about what drives you, this very Martian energy. Okay. So some of you, if you're in that right now, the cards are saying that you're on the right path. You just have to keep moving forward with this. So that's good. Okay. So I would say for you, and who knows how long this is going to last, it could be maybe 8 months, 7 months, it doesn't matter. It would benefit you to follow your passion, to go where that fiery Martian energy is taking you. It would definitely benefit you to do that, because that is your path. That is the right sector for you. Okay. I don't know why I'm kind of like getting a phone sex operator, which is kind of weird. So some of you may pick up on some sort of taboo hobby, but I mean, you could hit a gold mine with it. So I would say maybe never say never, but there is definitely somebody who is going to be striking your interest. Either they already have or they're about to be. I feel like this is coming up. Okay. If you've been manifesting something, communication made from someone new, or some of you, it could be traveling abroad or traveling to a place that is cold, honestly cold. So maybe Colorado or something like that. Maybe you want to go on like some sort of, who knows, ski trip or whatever it is. It does feel like the cards are saying that you're going to get the wish. Yeah, you have no relax. You don't want to relax. Some of you may be rushing a little bit as well. And if this is about a person, I'm not saying that this new person is bad, but things are going to move pretty fast, and I feel like that you're going to be rushing quite a bit. So I would say that you have to just think, I guess, before you make any major decisions. Pisces. Yeah, the Three of Swords. Damage control. On the other end, once you finally get here, I feel like you're going to start to feel more like yourself. I feel like you're going to start to step more into that energy of you, where you are exuding that fire, where eyes maybe start to like pounce on you in some sort of a way. And then that person is going to want to come through and like have this whole, I don't know, come to Jesus meeting and all the hoopla. But you see how this is, some stuff you just cannot come back from. And this is the type of energy I'm getting here with this Three of Swords and this Ten of Swords. Some stuff you just can't come back from. Some of you, a baby. Some of you may have separated from someone, and then now they have a new baby after you guys broke up. So I feel like that's a situation that you're just not going to be able to go back to, because it's too much. Okay. So with that being said, this is definitely energy of that you need to be focusing more on you, because you're taking the passive approach too much, especially when it pertains to someone that keeps rocking the boat, leaving you out in the cold. Some of you may share a phone plan with someone, and I feel like somebody's going to be petty and cut their phone off or something like that. But there's some type of bill that is being shared or something like that between you guys, and somebody's going to get petty and they're going to like shut it off, or they're going to renege on some type of deal that you guys already had in place for like the last couple of years. Yeah. Karmic relationship. That's so some of you definitely need to go and listen to Gemini, and the person that literally may be kicking your butt to the curb or just hurting you could be a Gemini, especially with this combo right here. But remember, I said redemption. They're going to try to come back, and most of it is they're just going to try to see what you're up to. I don't really feel like this person is going to be coming back to try to fix things. They're going to be trying to come back and ruin what else you may have going on. Or some of you, King of Swords, so heavy earth, air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So this person that you're hanging on to, you're wasting your time. I feel like you're hanging on to this person, or you're hanging on to the person because you still have hope, whereas this person is hanging on to you because they don't want you to move on and live a life that doesn't involve them. Even if it means that they don't necessarily love you as much as you love them, doesn't matter. You know, it feels I just feel like this is done. I feel like this person has abandoned you, and honestly, I hate to say it, I don't really feel like there's much hope here that this person is going to be who you want them to be. Hence why the true love card came in reverse, because this is not your true love. They just want to hang on to you to like get in the way so that you psychologically get in your mind and think that, oh my God, maybe this person is my soulmate because I can't find anybody else. No, this person is almost like purposely trying to move other people out of the way so that you don't leave them alone. But energetically, I feel like that this situation is done. Okay. It's karmic. So I really don't think that there's anything else to talk about. And you can be in La La Land all you want to, fine. But I don't feel like the situation is going to be any different 17 years from now. That's my opinion. So you have a decision to make. Hopefully you make the right one, which is moving more toward, it's time to, you don't want to give up, but sometimes giving up is the solution. Yeah. Oh, I like this combo. Who is this King of Pentacles? And the King of Wands came in reverse. So, who is this King of Pentacles? They're around your age, or they could be older actually. Because I kind of get like a age difference a little bit with these, but not a significant amount. Like not like 15, 13, 12. I don't really get that. King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles person is hiding though. Again. The Death card, you got two. King of Pentacles, King of Cups, the Death card, the Five of Wands. Some of you are about to get some recognition in your career as well. Like you're going to be achieving the wow factor. Like you're going to come up with some sort of idea, rather it be in business or just in your own little work. And it could be something simple, just a new way to deal with process, to make process better. And you're going to get some recognition from that. And they're going to be like, hey, shout out to so-and-so because we didn't think of that, but you thought of it. So good for you. But yeah, you're going to be like, maybe charming people's socks off, okay? But that is you at your best. But the Death card is there to reiterate. And some of you, don't let this person convince you that you guys need to be friends. No, you don't. That's the way that they keep you stuck. You don't need to be friends. What the hell we need to talk about? Nothing. Even if you have kids together, okay, we don't have to be buddy. You know the schedule. Don't go against the schedule. And we don't have no issues. But I feel like you can get there, but you're just gonna have to dead it, my opinion. Okay. So Pisces, this has been your reading. I hope it helped you, and I will see you later.